Hi there, YouTube friends. It's Shannon coming back at you with another what I've been warming slash burning video. I'm sorry it's been a bit. We have a bit of a candle build up here and a couple of Scentsy bars that I've made my way through. This is probably going to be my last of fall scents. I'm sort of doing more winter stuff right now, and as you can see, I'm just finishing off a Bath & Body Works flannel. I figured I should put it in this video because it's sort of a fall winter scent and it's pretty much towards the end now. I expect it will probably self-extinguish here in the next probably hour or two. So this is the first time I've ever purchased flannel. I feel like my scent taste is changing. I'm enjoying scents that I used to immediately shy away from upon cold sniff in store. Flannel being one of them. I remember smelling flannel in store the last couple of falls and I wasn't into it. So I don't know if they've changed the scent notes or what, but to me, this particular batch, this flannel smells like sort of men's cologne with like crisp air. It's pretty strong. I would give it, for scent appeal, I would give it about somewhere maybe around a 6.5. I like it. I would probably repurchase it, but I don't love it. But it's not something that I have to, blow out or anything. I do enjoy having it. I've had it near the front door, so it's something that I sort of walk into, and I like that. As far as throw and strength, for strength, I would give it probably a 7 or 7.5, and for throw, probably an 8. It's strong enough, and it really moves. It spreads past the little entryway into other rooms. So, I mean, that, to me, a candle that fills one room is good. So for this one to sort of move into other rooms, that's pretty impressive. All right, we're going to move along so that this video isn't an hour long. I'm going to quickly go through the rest of the candles, and then at the end we'll talk about the Scentsy that I made my way through. So I believe I did a review on the pumpkin pecan waffles, so I'll go through it pretty quickly. I won't make you suffer too much here. I'll show you the burn real quick. It's self-extinguished. If you read my review, you probably don't need to hear it again, but this is one of the strongest candles that I've ever had. I'm a little late to the party on this, I know. Everybody compares strength and throw to pumpkin pecan waffles, and now I see why. It is strong, it throws. It is a good fall bakery scent, and again, that's not typically my wheelhouse. I do like bakery, but I don't usually love fall spices. To me, this smells like warm, sweet waffles, so I'm okay with it. It's not really strong pumpkin or pecan. Great for the fall, great to mix with other scents, either fresh or bakery. Powerhouse scent, like crazy strong. The next candle I also did a review on, and I'm just taking a smell of what's left of it. I'll quickly show you the burn on this bad boy. Sorry it's so dark in here. It's snowing out here in Ontario, and the sun is not out, so I'm using artificial light today, unfortunately. So, autumn. I will buy it time and time again. I have a backup. Doesn't matter. I'll buy more next year. Great scent. As I said in my review, the only way I can describe autumn is walking through an apple orchard on a crisp fall day. The smell of the air, the smell of the apples, the smell of the trees. It is absolute perfection. I really, that's all I can say about it. Good strength, good throw, burned well, not pumpkin pecan waffle strength. I'm sure you hear that a lot. But definitely as strong as flannel. Probably throw is about the same too. They're pretty close. So up next, I have the White Barn Mahogany Teakwood High Intensity. I'm just gonna take a little whiff, show you the burn. It was sooty. That is terrible. You can't see it, I'm sorry. You can't see it probably because it's a black jar. This was a really sooty candle towards the end, the last half. Typical Bath & Body Works issue. But, you know, I just kept my burns pretty short. I had this one in my bedroom anyway, so I didn't want it to be too overpowering. I got the high intensity thinking I could burn it, let it pool out, blow it out, thinking I would get more for my money that way than getting the milder version and having it burning for longer. To me, Mahogany Teakwood is like, again, a nice, fresh men's cologne scent. It's a sexy, warm, woodsy candle. I love it. I will repurchase. Burn was... It pooled out fine, but it was sooty. As far as scent appeal, I would give it like a 7. Strength and throw, I mean, 9. It was pretty incredible. Up next, a great fall classic, Hot Cocoa and Cream. Now, this is not the first time I've bought Hot Cocoa and Cream, but I had some serious burn issues with this. Let me show you the lid. Super cute. So, Hot Cocoa and Cream to me this year smells like chocolate pudding. Literally, that's my best way to describe it. I wasn't really getting marshmallow off it or cream this year the way I did last year. Having said that, I liked it. Scent appeal still was like a 7. I will repurchase. However, I will not repurchase in this packaging. I have a theory about this packaging, and you'll see why when we do the last candle. Strength and throw on this, probably a 6, so it was fine. Burn was terrible. You probably can't see, there's a bit of soot on the lid. Soot in the glass. Usually when you see this, that's my fault because of the way I light it. Check out the wonky wicks if you can see that. I had to cotton ball this. I want to say I had to do it more than once. I'm okay doing it once. I get it. You know, they're candles. They're unpredictable. But, you know, the wicks were not only puny, but damn near drowning. So that's a little frustrating. I mean, again, I get it. They're candles. They're unpredictable. You just don't know. But it was one of the most high maintenance candles I've had in years. For the most part, I love that Bath & Body Works candles pool out nicely. I know there's a lot of talk of soot and smoke coming from their candles. I agree to a certain extent. I have experienced that, but nothing to turn me right off of using them. This one was pretty bad. I won't lie. I was pretty frustrated right till the very end. Even after cotton balling, it just kept the wicks kept shrinking down and almost drowning. So like, I should have taken a photo. You almost couldn't see the flames. There wasn't much to it. So that was disappointing. So yes, would repurchase, not in that packaging, because another one of my fall favorites, Marshmallow Fireside. I did mix this. I burned it alongside the Hot Cocoa and Cream, because as I just said, this year's Hot Cocoa and Cream, the one I had, I wasn't getting a creaminess, a marshmallow from it. So I really like this combination together. Marshmallow Fireside throws great on its own. So I did burn it on its own probably half of the time, and the other half I went ahead and burned it alongside Hot Cocoa and Cream. So you're gonna see again, same packaging, that same line with the photos. So this is why I wouldn't repurchase this packaging. I'll show you. I don't know if I showed you yeah, it's pretty sooty there. Self-extinguished, burned down evenly, but again, I had to babysit it. I had to cotton ball this one once, and the rest of the time I was just really patient with it and gave it hours and hours and hours to pull out. But the problem with doing that is then you end up getting more smoke and more soot often, so that was frustrating for me. For such a great scent, I didn't want to babysit it, and I felt like I had to. Having said that, the Marshmallow Fireside versus, you know, this hot cocoa and cream, the Fireside was stronger. So, to me, it was, again, almost worth the burn issues because I was still getting a really good scent from it up until, like, the last few burns that did get a little smoky smelling. It was strong enough and it smelled good enough that I sort of put up with the babysitting of the actual candle. Scent appeal on the Marshmallow Fireside is like an 8 for me, maybe even an 8.5. I love this scent, and I think you could use it all year round. I really do. I think I'll probably pick up a backup or two, maybe at Candle Day. Strength and throw. I'd give the strength like a 7.5, throw maybe an 8.5. This one filled my whole place with just enough. I wouldn't want it any stronger because it threw so hard. It would have been too much. Again, I don't know if I've mentioned this before in my previous videos. I leave windows open all year round. I like fresh air. I tend to get warm easily. And especially when I'm burning candles or warming scent, I mean, I don't know how healthy that is, but I love it. So I do it anyway. I just do it with windows open. So bear that in mind, just when you're hearing my reviews, because strength and throw for me might be totally different than it is for you because my windows are open. All right, so that's the 6 fall candles that I made my way through, which seems like a lot to me because it's not been much more than a month, but yeah, I've been much more into candles lately than Scentsy, that's for sure. So let's finish this video off with the 3 Scentsy bars that I made my way through at the same time as these candles. It'll be no surprise to you that I made my way through another Scentsy Clean Breeze because I have so many of them. This one made its way in the bathroom in my little plug-in warmer. Smells great, smells fresh, smells like fabric softener. I don't think I'll ever get tired of this one. It's nice to use something like a Clean Breeze or a Clothesline when you're kind of sick of the heavy, sweet bakery stuff. And I like fresh, clean scents in the bedroom sometimes and almost always in the bathroom. So it's a good classic scent. Now the next 2 are also, you know, staples in a lot of households, and they're great for mixing. Up first, we're going to talk about Sugar Cookie. I love Sugar Cookie. It literally smells like a buttery, sweet vanilla cookie. It is not strong. That's my only complaint about it. This is one of the, I think it's the first scent that I used 3 cubes at a time. And I hate doing that because Scentsy is not cheap. And I really like to get the most for my money. So spending, you know, $6, $7, $8 on a bar and then only getting like 2 or 3 uses out of it, to me, it just doesn't seem financially reasonable. I wish it was stronger. That's really all I can say. Scent appeal is like a 9. It's just the strength and throw. Like a 5 at best. And even with 3 cubes, I want to say like a 6. Like, you have to be pretty close to the warmers to smell it, which is unfortunate. But having said that, I mean, it was great warming with like the Marshmallow Fireside or with the hot cocoa and cream, just to kind of add a layer to it, right? I did also mix the Sugar Cookie with Scentsy's Vanilla Bean Buttercream. I have this, what's left of this in my warmers right now. I have 2 cubes in 2 separate warmers, so I have 4 cubes going right now in my living room, because my living room is a pretty decent size. I would say it's like maybe 1 notch stronger than Sugar Cookie. Again, I know some people think it's really strong, and maybe it's because I do leave a window open. I don't find it strong enough. I like strong scents. I did mix these two together. I also warmed vanilla bean buttercream with the hot cocoa cream. And obviously, right now, I have flannel burning and I have vanilla bean buttercream warming. Awesome combination. I recommend people try this sort of stuff out. Once you know what you like and you've tried things on their own, it's kind of nice to try things out a little differently, mix them up, see what works for you. So I don't want to keep you any longer, but I was getting a little behind here, and it's time for me to start cleaning up these jars, these clamshells, get some recycling going, and keep on burning and keep on melting. The next batch that you see from me will be more winter related. And as usual, please leave me a comment, any question, any suggestion, anything you think I'll like. I may or may not do a couple of Bath & Body Works 3-wick reviews on some winter candles. I did buy a ton, and Candle Day's coming, so I'm sure I'll buy a few more. Alright everybody, enjoy your weekend, and it was great chatting with you, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.